Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our episode with Dixon Teo. How are you, Dixon?
Great man, great man. First of all, thanks for inviting me, Alen, and it's nice. Yeah,
Yeah, so this is our 16th episode, and this is going to be an interesting episode because I do want to also concentrate on the entrepreneurial aspect that you have, and also on trading, and also on prop firms, obviously. So, tell us about yourself. What is your story?
yeah, sure. So, once again, thank you. So, just a little brief introduction about myself. I'm Dixon Teo. I'm the co-founder and CEO of TradeXProp. We are a modern proprietary trading firm based in Malaysia. So I've been in the trading space for about 7 years now, and 14 years actually in entrepreneurship. I've been in various industries: distribution, renovation, food and beverage, you name it, right? So back in 2017, I started trading as a retail trader. The thing that actually inspired me is my cousin. So my cousin is actually working in Citadel, in London. So I think right now he's in New York currently. But the thing that inspired me the most is because from my background, because I'm based in Malaysia, so I think in the finance space is not really a thing here. Okay, just to give you some form of background. So what we do here mostly is entrepreneurship. We manage businesses. So once I have a little insight or sort of get some inspiration for my cousin is during the trip to London. Yeah. So understanding about the whole space, and it really intrigues me, hence started out as a retail trader. And then I got into prop trading with FTMO. So FTMO is one of the OG firms in modern prop trading. I'm not sure if you've heard of them. So they're a Czech-based company. So I've been trading with them for a couple of years, and fortunately enough, I got interviewed by them. So I'm one of the first Malaysian that got interviewed by them, and that sort of inspired me to do even more, right? So from there, we had a vision is to set up a hedge fund of our own. Hence, I started to look around for team members, yeah, because due to my entrepreneurship background and experiences, I look at trading as a business compared to just charts and candlesticks, right? So what I did was I sought out to find team members to join me into building the business aspects of trading. So because one thing for sure, because I think Malaysian would know, because I think the trading knowledge in Malaysia it's very little, right? Not a lot of people understand trading. Not a lot of people understand this industry. Hence, there's a lot of Ponzi scheme going on for our local.
It is.
A lot. Especially when you talk about forex, right? Everyone would just think of Ponzi scheme. So
they'll just try to sell you indicators, whatever.
Some even worse than that in our case. Yeah. So what we want through TradeXProp is to, number one, introduce prop trading for the local retail traders, and number two, to give proper knowledge. Because there's a lot of retail traders, if they're too focused on the gain itself, right, they actually over risk over every single time. Right? Hence, flow of accounts. And what we want to achieve with TradeXProp is to, bring sustainable knowledge to them, and of course, give them the tools and ultimately the capital for them to succeed in the market, so that they could actually build a career out of this. Yeah.
Let's back to the moment when you just started trading. How was the start like? As you said, you were 14 years in entrepreneurship, you started trading, then the progress came, obviously. But how was the start, the beginning?
So the start is actually kind of hard for us, especially in Malaysia. We do not have a proper structure or knowledge in this regards, right? So what we have was all the trading mentors, right? So what I did is I approached a trading mentor. His name is Sandy Jadeja. Signed up for his course and started out the retail journey from there. So at first it's very hard. It's very hard because I do not understand.
You don't know who to trust or not.
Yes.
I mean, this is also a problem.
It,
There is so many mentors, like kind of mentors, but not really.
Yep.
And they try to sell you a course, but I mean, you need to at least trust them that they do know what to teach. So
exactly.
it is it is challenging.
So the idea of getting a mentor is to step up the learning curve, right? So how do I identify a good mentor? Is then when I approached this mentor of mine, he mentioned to us in a group, right? Only 3 of you are gonna survive. So there's only like, I think there's 300 people in the room. Only 3 of you are going to continue in this journey, right? So the first
1%.
Yes, it's just 1%, right? So that's when I see like, okay, so this mentor is actually speaking some sense, right? Like, I mean, come on, like it's not like if you understand the candlesticks, you understand how to trade, you understand the patterns, then you're gonna be like freaking rich like overnight, correct? It takes a lot of perseverance, right? It takes a lot of grit. So the first thought that I have when he mentioned to me or to the class, right, like only 3 of you are gonna succeed. The only thing in my mind was like, okay, how can I be that 3, right? I must be in that 3, right? Because the rest of the room was like, oh no, oh, it's like, oh, we're doomed, right?
Fuck me, like
yeah, oh man, this is not what I signed up for, right? It's like, oh, I paid so much money and you're telling me that just 3 of us is going to succeed. So immediately they lose confidence. I'm not trying to say like I'm unique or something, but at that time, what I'm thinking is actually, okay, this is actually good because it makes a lot of sense, right? Like in order for you to, because in trading, at the end of the day, we could call it a zero-sum game. I'm not sure whether you agree with me, but it's it's just wealth shifting, right? It's just a tool of shifting the wealth, right? So it takes a lot of hard work, right? So that's one thing that I think helped me a lot is with this mentor of mine. He told me that only 1% of us are going to succeed. Hence, I put in a lot of work. So I actually sold off a lot of my businesses, F&B businesses, my renovation businesses, and then I delved into trading. Right. Of course, at first I'm just a retail trader. I only understand how to read candlesticks. Like even from the start, the open, high, low, close takes ages for me to learn, man. And I mean, like just from the retail perspective. Okay. So yeah, I mean, dive deep enough, focus more on the process, right? And hence got me here today. Yeah, it's been a lot to cover. Yeah.
I believe you. It is. So, you went to prop firms. So what attracted you to work with or establish a prop firm yourself?
Okay.
Simply because you saw it as a business?
I saw it.
So when you started trading, you started making money, and then you start, okay, well, make me do a business out of this, and I will create my own company as a prop firm.
Yes. So I was trading with other prop firms, and then the team that I gathered, we are all prop traders. So at first, the company is just a main vehicle for us to collect our payouts or what you say profit splits from other prop firms, right? And we actually saw a gap. We saw a gap in this industry, especially for modern prop. Hence, we decided to go about that route because at the end of the day, the long vision of ours, the long-term goal and vision of ours is to set up our own hedge fund. So we will need to have and find a lot of quality traders, yeah? And there's also a need to understand and how to process all the data in order to generate better signals, correct? So starting a prop firm is a win-win situation for us, right? Number one, for the business aspects, it's a win, okay? And number two, we're actually helping traders here, right? And we're spreading out proper knowledge, yeah. So TradeXProp is not like an end goal for us for this mono prop firm. So actually, what we're trying to do here, and a lot of our team are actually developing the backend systems on how do we actually categorize all the data and try to make profitable signals from there. Yeah, because okay, I'll just share some.
What do you mean by how do you categorize?
Yes, okay.
What do you mean by that?
This one is actually quite important now because okay, say you have a prop firm right now, right, and you have 1,000 traders, right?
Yeah.
So there will be a certain time whereby 500 traders are buying gold and 500 traders are selling gold. So you end up in a somewhat net neutral, right? So if you end up in that sort of position, you're gonna die out paying commissions. You're gonna just paying commissions.
Okay, so you need to diversify.
Yes.
You need to diversify as much as possible, but yet not to get out of the boundaries.
Yes, yes. So by categorizing, meaning to say, we'll need to deploy models to understand how traders actually behave in different scenarios, right? And of course, identifying the real profitable traders, because from the very beginning, we actually, I'll just put it like very transparent, right? We try to able all of the traders that pass our challenge, but it ends up
it's usually like that in prop firms. It's usually you accept almost everyone and just the trader tries, and if not, I mean, it will not continue. Usually, I mean, I don't know if there was any other way. Like even you have experience, but you still like. I know it depends, but usually it's like that, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. So basically, because starting a prop firm means say the risk management system of ours needs to be very strong, because we'll be in a very tough spot, right? Because the business model itself is very lucrative for the traders, correct? And it's also lucrative for the prop firms if managed properly. I couldn't address this even stronger because there's a lot of prop firms that if they don't manage it properly as a business, they're very prone to failures. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of prop firms that fails. Yeah, and we do not want to be one of them. That's why we actually spend a lot of time in understanding and how to categorize all the signals and to produce better results at the end of the day.
So how do you build a team? How do you decide if someone continues with you or not?
You mean for the traders, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So for traders, what we are looking for is for a longer term and more sustainable trading. So we do not want a trader that's too volatile. Yeah. So let's say if a trader comes in and they pass a challenge. Okay, that's the very first step, right? They pass a challenge, they got into the funder stage. Correct. They got into the funder stage. A lot of the time, they will lose their edge. I have no idea what happens to them. Maybe they got greedy or something, or they felt the pressure, right? All the trades that they make after which it's not good. It's not good. So the idea for us is to find quality traders through at least 3 to 4 months of sustainable trading, a consistent way, right? It's not about making big amount of percentage every single month, right? It's about seeing the consistency in their trades rather than profit. So that's what we're actually looking for. Consistency.
What yields do you look for?
Sorry?
What yields or returns do you look for?
Returns? Okay,
Yeah, consistent
returns
returns.
for the trader side. Okay, right now, TradeXProp, for our evaluation accounts, we are looking for a 10% profit target with no time limit. Basically, they can take 1 year to achieve that, or let's say 2 weeks, 1 week. We don't know, right? So the yields we are looking for the traders, we actually don't set any target yields after they get funded. After they get funded, we do not set any profit targets for them. Okay. The idea is for them to feel more comfortable and not to rush the process, right? Because at the end of the day, the yields that we're looking for depends on our risk management system, right? So let's say if there's a trader that got funded with a 5K account with us, right? $5,000 account, we could easily just size up the trade if they are profitable on the back end for sure. Yeah. So we're not actually looking at yields per se, but the consistency in their trading over the long run.
So if I'm getting a negative return, let's say, or yield over 2 months, for our example, does it mean something, or it's still it really depends? How do you see it?
Okay, for our case, if he's a negative return, but then it's not too volatile and he's consistent, that's good with us. That is good with us, because I think in trading, it all ties down to probability, right? So let's say if this trader, he have a certain pattern that he's trading and certain instrument, and he can stick with it even during the hard times, now that's a good trader for us. That is a very good trader, because he displays discipline and consistency, right? So we don't necessarily just look at, okay, you got to be profitable every single month. I mean, everyone got bad months, right? So
Yeah.
that's not what we're actually looking for. But let's say, okay, let's say if scenario A, right, there's a trader, he generate good amount of yield for 2 months, and third month he got into a slight drawdown, right? So the important thing is what is he going to do on his fourth month? Is he going to over risk all of a sudden? Is he going to tap in to different strategies, right? So let's say once he tap into all sorts of different strategies, then he's not really consistent, whereby there's a big chance he will blow the account. There's a very big chance, because he will lose the edge. Yeah, especially the mental edge per se.
Yeah. So let's get back to how do you approach risk management, and how do you exactly categorize traders? Like, what is the
Okay.
approach to that? Because you probably have, like, let's say 1,000 traders, right? And you said, well, they can't trade on gold if they, 500 gain a positive returns, 500 gain negative returns, and then you have a neutral, let's say, neutral return, right? So how do you diversify? How do you categorize the trader based on his lifestyle and his behavior for trading?
Okay. So basically, there's few types of traders, right? Position trader, swing trader, day trader, and scalper. So for our firm, scalper is not really consistent. I mean, from our experience, right? So we're much more focused on
Who is not
day trade
consistent?
and swing trade.
Who
A
is not
scalper
consistent?
for
A scalper.
yeah, scalper for our experience, right? For our traders here, the scalpers tends to for just from our experience, scalper tends to take oversized risk, correct? And they are prone to market volatility. So what we're actually looking for is to look for consistency in swing traders and day traders, and the volume and the frequency that they trade actually matters a lot as well. Yeah. So let's say if a trader it's consistent, let's say 1 week is going to take 2 to 3 trades, then we can actually see the patterns that that's consistent. Yeah. So whenever if he plays double the amounts of the trades that he usually make, then that actually flagged our system. Yeah. I'm not sure if that answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you, let's say, okay, you have 3 types of traders, but how do you categorize him as, let's say, he's gonna trade on this asset, he's gonna trade on this asset?
Oh, we cannot categorize it. I mean, like the categorization is based on our analysis for the back office team. Yeah. So I mean, that's one thing for modern prop trading is we cannot control what the traders do. So the only categorization that we can do is from how we're gonna manage their signals. So the categorization that I meant is, let's say, okay, we have 100 traders, right? 50 that are trading gold, and then maybe 50 that are trading major FX, right? So the categorization that I meant just now was the backend team. So it's our own categorization of how we should utilize the trader signals. Should we A book it or just B book it, take it in-house? So this is the 2 types of ways that we're doing it right now, a hybrid type of way.
Okay, got it. So the markets can change rapidly. Obviously, it's a known fact, especially in prop trading environments. How have you adapted your strategies over time, and what tools or technologies have been most useful and critical in staying ahead of the competition?
Okay, so in order to stay ahead, in my opinion, would be the research and development team. So we actually built up the team for quantitative analysis. So in order for us to understand how our traders behave and how do we actually utilize the data, is that's the most important part for now, right? For now. So this is what we've been focused on. And because at first when I start out this company, it's very simple. The idea is quite simple, right? Let's say if the trader passed the evaluation program, then we could clearly define that they are profitable traders. But the experience proves not, right? They will change over time. Market change over time, right? So for us right now is to, on the quantitative side of things, right? How do we actually analyze the data? Okay, we could look at the trader sentiment, right? Market sentiment, the size of their trades, in order for us to build models around that.
So you're doing algos as well, aside from the...
Yeah. Yes.
And you develop the algos based on the information you get from the traders that you have in your company?
Yes. That's just one part of it, right? Our quantitative team, basically we do a lot of time series, mostly on time series right now, mostly on time series models. And we are also slowly tapping into machine learning a little bit. I wouldn't say like we are very experienced in that, but we are tapping into that sector. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to traders looking to join a prop firm?
I think it would be good to take it slow. It would be good to take it slow and understand this is a long-term thing, right? Because from the data, it just shows that there's a lot of traders, they are just gambling straight up.
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
for the Asian side. The Asian side, I think they have this gambling mentality, whereby once it's formed as a habit, it's kind of hard to get rid of. It's very hard to get rid of, right? Yeah. So I would say just, take it slow and understand that this, for the traders, is also a business, treat it as a business, right? So treat the losers as expenses in a sense. Yeah. And persevere. Yeah. I mean, it sounds cliche, right? Saying like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Until
need
you don't go and do this, I mean,
yeah.
if you want to be a trader, you just have to suffer. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
as well as if you want to be an entrepreneur, you also need to suffer. I mean,
Yes.
there is some kind of I mean, trading and entrepreneurship is more or less the same. I mean, to be a trader, you kind of need to be an entrepreneur, obviously, because you need to take risks. You need to take the one step to go forward. Your goal to be a trader or to build a business or whatever. So looking back at your pressure and stress, how do you handle that? Because you're the CEO at TradeXProp, you're the co-founder and CEO of Capital X Group, and you're also a full-time trader.
Yes.
And by the way, you also need to handle all the traders that work for you. You need to kind of manage them. Not exactly to manage, but still, they are your partners in your trading platform. But still, how do you manage your stress? How do you relieve your pressure?
So I would say that trading is similar to entrepreneurship, but it's on steroids. Because in entrepreneurship, build out a business, maybe sometimes we take 1 or 2 years to realize the loss or to understand that, okay, we've lost, right? In trading, is like, let's say if you're a day trader, it's a day-to-day thing, right? It's like, oh, you made this loss. So the feeling that I have from my previous entrepreneurship experience is the same. So once I started out trading, I was like, oh man, this is like entrepreneurship on steroid, because it's just constant realizing the losses. You get what I mean? Until you gotta hit a spot whereby you accept it, right? So how do I manage the stress, right? It's through routine. Through routine. So I have a very strict routine whereby there's a certain period of time I will need to be alone. I will need to meditate. I'll need to hit the gym and whatnot. So it's only through the routine that I structure myself, that I understand that, okay, I could accomplish this much throughout the week, throughout the day, or throughout the month. So without the routine, I will get into trouble. Yeah, like what you mentioned just now, pressure, right? How do I get rid of the pressure, right? So my way is through a very structured routine whereby I will need to follow it through. So understanding no matter the what sort of pressure that I'm having right now, because tomorrow is going to be the same. So that's how I get past it. Yeah.
What's your daily routine look like?
My daily routine, okay.
Yeah.
I'm waking up around 4:30 to 5 a.m. and I'll do a half an hour meditation first. So before I even look at my phone or look at any alerts at all, right? I'll need to get myself in a very neutral mindset, or just give myself half an hour time to just sit there and just meditate. Yeah. So after which I'll hit the gym around 5:30 to 6-ish. I'll do 1 hour of gym time, and then I'll slot my family time right after that. Yeah. My family time takes about 1 or 2 hours in the morning. Then I'm going straight to work until nighttime. So I sleep around 10:30. It's kind of a boring lifestyle, but yeah, the routine for me is really important, because let's say if there's special occasion whereby I cannot fulfill my routine. So that's when the mental side starts to dread. I mean, like, yeah, I'm talking about more general stuff, but this are the thing that really helps me a lot. Yeah, these are the thing that really propels me forward, right? The routine, the meditation, and the gym. I'm not just talking about just the work stuff, yeah. Because for me, if the mental state, my mental state, however is, if it's good, if I'm in a good mental state, then the work comes very, very easy. I'm not sure how to explain that, but it's just easy. Even for trades, even for managing the whole company, it's a lot easier. Yeah. But say if I'm not in a good mental state, then everything becomes worse. Yeah. So if I cannot manage
I get
myself,
it.
how am I supposed
Yeah,
to manage the team? Right? How am I supposed to manage the firm? It's impossible if I can't even manage myself. So my main primary focus would be focus on my mental state. That's a priority. Yeah.
for sure. So let's talk about the future. I mean, so so optimistic about the future. So what, with the investments in technology and algos, how do you see the future of prop firms evolving? Do you think that they will stay with manual traders? Do you think that they will transition to algos? Will they have both forever and ever? So what do you think about it?
I think, in my opinion, they will have both manual, discretionary, and non-discretionary. Yeah, because so what we set up here at TradeXProp, we are just a modern proprietary trading firm. There is a lot of traditional proprietary trading firm that's actually focused on market making, and they're actually making a good sum of yield from there, right? So with TradeXProp right now, we actually just focus on the discretionary trading first, right? But then at the end of the day, for me and for my team, what we are really focused on is on the quantitative side, as I've mentioned just now. Yeah. So discretionary trading team is a must. But then I think the non-discretionary side, let's say the use of machine learning, the use of AI, I think that's the future. Yeah. Yeah.
How many traders you have?
Right now we have about 1,000 active traders,
You
right?
don't have
But it's all
some sort of community like around it? I bet you
a
do.
community.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You have a
you
community
mean the
that you can
community?
talk to each other and so on.
Yes, yes, yes. We have that. We have that. So the 1,000 active traders, those are the remote traders. Remote traders. So core team we have about like 10. Yeah, the core traders. Yes.
What do you mean the core traders? The main
Okay.
traders?
Then the main team. Yes, the main team. Yeah.
So they
Sorry.
basically wait. The main team. You mean
I'll
that?
just put it more simply to you, right? So
Yeah,
the 1,000 active traders, those are contract traders. So basically,
yeah.
they are remote. They are not in the core
On
team, like
contract.
in
Yeah.
yeah, sitting next to us, all those, right? So right now the core team is about 10. Those are like people that around us. We're managing all the traders,
Okay, got it.
managing the
Full-time
business.
traders in your company. 1,000
Yes,
as a contract traders,
yes,
freelance but contract traders, and also you have the
yep,
algos.
yes.
Cool. And so how do 1,000 contract traders talk to each other? Do you have like channels? Do you have?
We have Discord. Right now we're utilizing Discord for community.
Think Discord is the best for community?
I don't think so, but right now we're using that. Let's say if you have any better
I'm
community.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
what are
myself.
you
So
using right?
no, we do also think about Discord because it's the most. I guess it's the most useful and it's the most easiest. I mean, you can have Telegram, WhatsApp, but you can really manage chats. You can really manage threads out of it. So yeah, probably Discord is the best way.
Yeah,
So
because let's say if you talk about Telegram, or unless you develop your own community software, right? Then that would be different. Yeah.
yeah, community software. Community software. I'm trying to imagine how it's gonna look like. You build entire separate software for the community. I mean, it's a good idea, but
It's a good idea. Yeah.
It
But you need
is a good
to
idea,
have
but how much money you need to have to build it, to
yeah.
develop it, to program it, test it, bug it,
Mm-hmm.
all the
Yeah,
development that
exactly.
goes into it. So, last advice to retail traders, to professional traders, maybe to institutional traders, anyone that is listening to the episode.
So I wouldn't say I could give advice to all the institutional traders or professional traders, right? Because from my background, I'm not actually like professional traders, yeah. And so for those that are starting out this journey, um, the advice I would say would be, you know, to understand whether if this is the journey for you, because this is a very big and deep industry. You got to take a lot of time and effort till you can really see some results for yourself, right? It's not going to be a get rich quick kind of thing. It's not going to get us anywhere, right? Because I assume like Alen, for you, right? If you do not have the
Yeah.
passion in this industry, we will not even sit here, right? We will not even sit here, yeah, because the hardship itself is really a lot. It's really a lot. So um, whatever it is in our life or in trading, I think the goal, the objective, is to find the real passion, right? If you have a zero passion in this, then maybe your passion will be money. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, which
So
is also fine, but I mean, there are successful entrepreneurs, successful traders that their passion is money, and they're doing well, they're doing great. But
yes,
the question is, will they keep going? And
yes, and
will
also
they
the
keep
principle,
be motivated?
yeah. So will they keep being motivated? Depends on how 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 big their vision is. There's a saying: if you shoot for the moon, then you maybe ends up on a star, right? So that's always one of the thing that I've been working on, right? Because from our background here, we have zero experience in all of this, and we took our time to build ourselves up, to build the knowledge up, to even build the team up and build the company up. It all started with just an idea, but when the idea is big enough, we have actually something to work on, something to strive for. Um, so let's say for the newcomers or people that's trying to embark on this journey, if they set their goals too low, it's easy for them to quit. Like for us, let's say our goal and our vision is to set up a hedge fund, right?
Yeah,
The knowledge behind the execution, it requires a lot more compared to just trading the charts. So it actually pushes forward in, you know, exploring new opportunities, understanding the whole business structure, and, you know, it gives us a motivation to work towards to.
yeah, for sure. Well, Dixon, thank you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for very much for sharing with us your valuable but valuable insights. So it was a pleasure. It was really a pleasure. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.